Welcome to this demo of VMware Carbon Black Cloud for containers. VMware Carbon Black Cloud is a single unified console to manage across your enterprise endpoints, workloads, and containers. This allows you to promote a uniform application of your security posture. In this demo, we will focus on containers security. And we will see how Carbon Black helps you protect your entire CI/CD pipeline from the development environment with a Carbon Black CLI to scan vulnerability and validate images manually, or with the integration of Carbon Black in a Jenkins pipeline to push an image in a registry, for example, Docker Hub or Arbor. And finally, deploy the image in a Kubernetes in production. Let's go ahead and have a look at our unified web console. In this console, we can define security policies for endpoints, for virtual machines running on vSphere and VMC on AWS, and Kubernetes cluster. But now let's focus on Kubernetes security. And through our Kubernetes health page, we are able to provide unified insight in your security posture across multiple clusters and namespaces so that we can start to assess key configurations or misconfiguration based on what is deployed and live in production. Now, when it comes to assessing overall risk is prioritized based on exploitability, confidentiality, integrity, and availability of these different configuration settings. So what we need to do is, while we are analyzing the key configuration settings, we need to associate it with risk. How likely is it to be exploited? What are the implications? What will the adversary be able or capable of doing in these key settings? Because two of the largest areas of risk in our containerized application is with misconfiguration. If we think about this is because Kubernetes was designed to be easy to get up and running. In its nature, privilege escalation is allowed, if not configured otherwise. Or think even to networking. Networking is actually designed to be allow all role, meaning all inbound and outbound connection can be enforced or allowed if there is no networking rule defined. So because it is easy to get up and running, we need to assess this key configuration and ensure we understand where we have risk in our environment. Now, the other key area of risk is typically with exploitation of vulnerable images. So we also want to associate these running workloads with their different image vulnerabilities. If I go to image repo, so in this image repository section, we are able to assess all and scan all different images that you have, associate or align these to different vulnerabilities as well as their fixes. So here we see high, medium, and low vulnerabilities, and we also see if there are fixes available or not. Of course, we can block if we have fixes available. It's very important, especially for high vulnerabilities, to block when the fixes is not applied. Now, what we will do is we will create a Kubernetes policy. We will apply it to our cluster for demo and see how Carbon Black can protect your CI/CD pipeline. So to create a policy, enforce Kubernetes policy, we will create a new policy. Demo. We can select a different scope, so we can have a policy different for different clusters or for build, for deployment, etc. So now we will do the simple, we will scope any. we'll create a policy. When we create a policy, we can use templates. We provide basic, restricted, and CIS benchmark templates. But just for simplicity, we'll just use the memory limits and CPU limits. And before using it, I will just explain. Currently, there are a lot of cryptocurrency mining systems that want to access your Kubernetes that are available everywhere in the world. And why? Because if you don't set some CPU limits on your containers, it means that if your container gets compromised, it will use all the CPU that is available in your infrastructure. So we really want to limit this. So we just have to set CPU limits block. So it will block if there is not enough CPU, or if you are requesting too much CPU, and same for memory. I click on next, but just before I want to show you that we can also protect against misconfiguration. We can limit the registry. We can block the deployment of an image with vulnerability with fixes. We can also enforce not root. We can block unprivileged container, etc. We really have a lot of predefined rules, and you can define also some custom rules if you need something special. When we create a rule, we immediately see that there are some violations or on some container already existing. So we can add some exceptions. And now I enable the policy. So that's it. My cluster, which is protected with a Carbon Black, we will now have the policy demo and will block any deployment without CPU and memory limits. So now we'll go to my Jenkins. Jenkins is an open source tool to create some CI/CD pipeline. It's very easy. Here I have created 3 pipelines. The first pipeline is for building the application. It will be a Node.js application called Node app. And then I will deploy it without the CPU and memory limits. And then I will deploy it with a limit. You can already see that for Jenkins, it is sunny when it is a good configuration. It is rainy with a bad configuration. So how to build? Just click on it, build now. So when we are building, in fact, we will clone a repository from GitHub. We will build a container image. We will test the image. We will push the image to Docker Hub. And then we will use kubectl image validate, which is a tool provided by Carbon Black that you can run in your console, but that you can integrate to your CI/CD pipeline here in Jenkins. And it will check that there is no vulnerability with fixes, for example, that are in your container image. That will check everything you have set in your policy. Then we see, okay, the image is validated. It is okay. What it will do next is it will run the bad deployment. Right, it has already failed. And in the bad deployment, if I go to the output, I will see that the byte deployment has been blocked because there is a policy violations, because there is no memory limits and no CPU limits in the configuration. Just, I can show you also the deployment, the YAML file used for deployment. So this is the bad deployment file. This is a good one. On the bad deployment file, this is really the minimum deployment path we can do for a container. And in this one, it is secured. It is a start of secure with the resources limits, for CPU and memory. So as you can see, deployment is blocked when there is no CPU limit, memory limit, and it's not blocked when there is a limit. So here we have validated, okay, it is green. We have the deployment test, so we have the connection test. So really we are applying this deployment YAML file on a real Kubernetes, we connect to it, and then we do the cleanup. So this is the full CI/CD pipeline. And now what we will do is we will try to deploy this Kubernetes image. And what we can do also is, sorry, where is it? Just 1 second. So I have deployed my image. I can see the result here. So hello from Node.js. So my container image is running. If I list the pod, get, can see that Node app is running. And now I will exec code in this pod, and I will exec in bash. That's it. So now I know more on my Linux. Now I am in my node, in my container. So it means if you have someone that have gained access to the host, to the Linux, he is able to execute code into your container. So he can do, for example, wget to get malware and to execute it here. So with Carbon Black, we can block this. So we will do it very easily just by changing the policy. In the policy, in the command, I will block the kubectl exec that I've used to take the control of the container, to log in the container. So I will block it. Next. The policy will be updated. Very quickly on all your clusters. And if I'm going back here to my console, and I'm trying to execute it again, okay, I see it has been denied. It has been blocked by Kubernetes security policy. Okay, so it means really with Carbon Black, we can scan the vulnerabilities. We can block a YAML deployment file that is not correct, but we can also control what you can execute, and you can really protect everything around your container. So this was for the container, but as you see, I am running on Ubuntu, and Carbon Black can protect Windows, Mac, and Linux, and so we can protect Ubuntu. And the same Ubuntu that is running the container is protected also with a Carbon Black sensor. And as you can see, each time a user will try to execute kubectl exec in any Linux endpoints, I will have an alert. I will be able to check the name of the endpoint. So here it is Ubuntu 20. I will be able to check that the user was Stefan, that the IOC that has matched here and that has created this alert is the process, because the process snap has in the command line micro Kubernetes kubectl exec. So really, you have the protection containers, but also you can protect your host. And because it is an EDR, we can see everything running in the host, and you can protect your container. I hope you enjoyed the demo, and have a good day. Bye.